Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Everybody, my name is Ahmad Halusan. I'm from Jakarta. Actually, I'm not in the US right now because I come back home in March due to the pandemic COVID-19, because the situation was very bad there, and there was no choice other than going back to Indonesia. And thank you for Mr. Moderator and Mr. Horst, Mr. Jokoidi, Mr. Victor, for inviting me to this session. I'm glad here. I'm excited to share my knowledge, my experiences to you all, guys. Hopefully you can gain something. If there is question that you want to ask me, let me know, or you can ask to the moderator or the host to hand me or to give me the question. Okay, then. Because tonight is the IELTS session or English proficiency session, I want to ask you first, do I need to use Indonesian language or English or Japanese or what else? Arabic maybe?
In Bahasa Indonesia.
In Bahasa Indonesia, okay. Karena ya sebagian ada pengen bahasa. Oke, siapa nanti saya combine dengan English.
Karena di internet banyak yang versi bahasa Inggris.
Oh, oke. Ya, kira udah ngerti semua. Oke, cool. Jadi ini kita akan ada 2 session sih sebenarnya yang dikasih Mas Ito dari based on the agenda that I got from Mr. Ito. The session will be divided into 2 big parts. The first is studying in the US, or especially in my university, University of Arizona, and hacking English proficiency test, especially IELTS. Jadi ini dulu, nggak kenal maka nggak sayang maka nggak cinta maka nggak nikah nanti. Short intro, nama saya Ahmad Halusan, tadi udah. IG-nya kalau mau di follow juga boleh, Instagram saya Ahmad.Halusan, Facebook juga ada, email kalau mau silahkan. Jadi ini gambarnya dari apa itu yang dari kampus 2016, English proficiency-nya Mas 2016 masih TOEFL, tapi dari kampus TOEFL ITP, and TOEFL ITP the real one, or the formal, or the the issued one from the official office. Jadi saya dapat 2017, saya dari 460 langsung jump ke 570, dan alhamdulillah di Juli 2018 untuk IELTS-nya. Jadi untuk IELTS saya sebenarnya itu mampu untuk tes di 2017, cuman yang permasalahan adalah finansial. Tahu sendiri kan, tes IELTS itu sudah digas, bahkan sekarang 4 juta. Nah, itu saya nggak punya duit, jadi hanya saya nunggu sekarang setahun untuk tes IELTS, nunggu pembiayaan gratis dari LPDB, kan ada pelatihan bahasa, pengayaan bahasa kayak itu, dan alhamdulillah dapat 7,5. Dan anyway, di US itu syarat minimal untuk bahasa English, especially IELTS minim 7.0. Jadi overall minimal 7, rata-rata di kampus US. Kalau di Europe, di Aussie itu 6,5 masih diterima, dan beberapa Asian countries like Japan, Taiwan. Oke, mohon maaf yang lain bisa di-mute suaranya biar nggak ganggu. Mohon maaf yang nggak bicara bisa di. Oke, dan ini profil saya sebentar. Dan ini juga tadi sudah disampaikan, ini beberapa background saya terkait English. Saya pernah menjadi tutor TOEFL, kemudian IELTS, General English, Speaking, Conversation, Grammar, dan lain sebagainya. Ntar kalau mau private juga boleh. Promosi. Oke. And this some of experiences, some of my activities. Jadi kemarin, saya baru ke Jakarta sebenarnya. Sekarang di Jakarta saya bagian dari proyek kuliah juga. Jadi di tempat saya itu kayak professional program, tidak ada tesis, and the requirements for graduation is master projects in the form of internship. Jadi saya sekarang di Jakarta di Bappenas sedang magang. Dan sebelum ke Jakarta saya bikin kelas gratis bahasa Inggris di desa. Terus ini sempat juga di Pare, kegiatan saya kayak gitu. Maaf, boleh di mute yang lain. Salah malah yang dimute sama admin. Oke ya. Terus about studying di US. Mohon maaf, yang nggak berbicara bisa dimute. Halo, mohon maaf, yang nggak bicara bisa dimute. Oke. Terima kasih semuanya. Oke, terkait dengan study in the States, in the United States. Jadi
Mas artikel. Mute.
oh, mohon maaf. Jadi dari tadi agak error. Oke. Okay, I'm trying to be balanced between the positivities of learning in the US and the negativities of learning in the US. And I hope that by giving you balanced information, you can understand and whether you can decide going to United States or not. Jadi, kenapa belajar di US? Tentu karena di sana itu pusatnya kayak melting pot-nya, suaranya tidak terdengar nggak suaranya? Halo?
Kedengar.
Oke, cool. Kenapa belajar di US? Pertama, di sana itu like melting pot of people across the world. Jadi kayak apa ya? Tempatnya berpadu semua insan yang ada di dunia, bahkan nemu orang dari manapun ada di US, and it will offers a lot of opportunities for international students. Also, di sana itu environment untuk belajar untuk international students, especially in academic settings. Jadi di akademik ya kayak di kampus. Tapi jangan di luar kampus. Dan di dalam kampus itu lumayan bagus untuk support international students. Kemudian ini ada yang satu yang cukup berbeda dengan di Indonesia. Di sana itu lebih multidiscipline approach in classroom. Jadi kalau misal di Indonesia itu lebih kayak apa ya, belajar hanya satu bidang fokus. Misal saya di geografi, saya belajar hanya di geografi. Tapi kalau saya itu bisa combine. Bahkan misal gini, ambil majornya di geografi. Tapi kawan-kawan bisa ambil di minornya untuk economics, kemudian bisa untuk yang misal physics, chemistry, itu bisa kawan-kawan ambil itu bebas kayak gitu. Karena peluangnya untuk itu jauh lebih besar. Kemudian collaboration jelas di sana itu karena banyak perusahaan kayak Google dan lain sebagainya, name it. Teman-teman bisa nyebutlah perusahaan-perusahaan apa yang dari US itu mereka buka opportunity untuk internship itu luar biasa. Ada yang paid, ada yang non-paid, unpaid internship. Jadi teman-teman bisa kembangkan skill-nya di situ, mengasah kemampuan kayak gitu. Kemudian adanya combination antara theory and practice. Jadi kawan-kawan nggak hanya mendapatkan masalah teori, hanya hafalan teori kayak gitu, tapi kawan-kawan bisa langsung practice in your field, like doing something like me, doing internship, you can do that. Also in classroom, there will be a lot of professionals coming to your classes, a lot of experts in their field, and they come to your class to teach you, to explain you about your field. Jadi banyak sekali tamu-tamu guest lecturers kayak gitu diundang di kampus. Kemudian freedom of expression. Jadi kawan-kawan di sini bisa jadi sangat merasa terjebak dengan rutinitas, dengan norma-norma yang terlalu sempit. Ya mungkin ya terlalu sempit gitu ya. Tapi di sana kalau teman-teman mau jadi apapun, bahkan mau ngelakuin apapun asalkan nggak ganggu public safety ataupun sistem nggak ganggu orang juga, kawan-kawan itu bebas di sana. Kemudian international exposure jelas, opportunities to do international relations jelas. Jadi kawan-kawan kesempatan untuk berkarya di international scope itu jauh lebih tinggi, and prestige upon returning to Indonesia. Mau nggak mau kalau teman-teman alumni US mau nggak mau pulang, oh masnya alumni US ya, mbaknya alumni US ya kayak gitu. Kalau walaupun saya sangat nggak suka itu. Kemudian more experiences jelas. Kemudian ini saya di kampus ini satu program studi saya. Ini satu prodi saya, kita kayak semacam kumpul-kumpul itu tiap semester, and they're so friendly, and you know, can you see this one? This is part of the letter written by my professor, this one by Prof. Greg Garvin. Jadi Profesor Greg Garvin memberikan saya personal letter dari sekarang saya dulu kayak saking dekatnya itu loh. Ini, okay. And then the flip side of studying in the US, jadi negatifnya racism. Jadi kawan-kawan mungkin kemarin dengar George Floyd yang semacam dibunuh sama polisi kayak gitu kan. Itu saya sangat kental di US, terutama di luar dunia perkampusan, dunia akademik, itu sangat kental. High number of mass shooting. Jadi kalau kemarin ada di Kelapa Gading penembakan, korbannya cuma satu. Kalau di US korbannya nggak karuan, dan ini biasanya kayak di kampus-kampus, university, schools, bahkan kayak di markets, di grocery stores, itu sering banget. Bahkan kemarin sebelum saya balik ke Indo akhir bulan Maret, dari Januari sampai akhir bulan Maret itu udah ada lebih dari 200 mass shootings di US, saking seringnya kayak gitu. Jadi mungkin teman-teman nanti akan biasalah lihat orang di jalan pakai bawa senjata, bawa pisau, atau mau lihat orang main pistol, itu udah biasa kayak itu. Kemudian ini tadi saya di awal nyampaikan bahwa kawan-kawan lebih expressionnya lebih dihargai di sana, but in Indonesia the liberalism is not part of our country, not part of the soul of this country. Jadi hati-hati nanti ketika di US nanti kawan-kawan bawa influence liberalism and secularism, nanti masuk ke Indo, itu akan sangat bermasalah di Indo. Apalagi dalam kacamata agama, this something prohibited. Be careful with this. Kemudian, right now, there's very tight and strict immigration policies, especially for some countries. I mean, like Muslim countries or some countries that is not in line with American policy. Jadi kayak Donald Trump ini sangat, kemarin tahu sendiri kan, kebijakan untuk beberapa negara, nggak boleh masuk lah ke sana lah. Kemudian banyaklah kebijakan yang agak sulit untuk migrasi. Friendly environments for Muslims in some neighborhoods. Jadi ini that's true. Saya ngalamin sendiri. I got a lot of stories about this because I believe that most of the audiences are Muslims, and I give you this fact. I bring you this fact that some neighborhoods are not good for Muslim community. And not only mass transport modes. Jadi ini beda dengan Europe, beda dengan Aussie kayaknya. Mass transport agak sulit di sana. Kalau mau one state to other states, you have to fly most of the time, or you have to rent car, or you have to together with your friends, driving, and it takes like hours, 7 hours, 10 hours. It's quite normal, only from one state to other state, to one neighboring state. Kemudian untuk studying and living costs in the US, untuk studying cost-nya teman-teman bisa buka kampusnya masing-masing, tujuan kampusnya mana, and every program, every university has their own cost. Nggak bisa dibayangkan satu sama lain. Bahkan untuk apa itu warga negara Amerika sendiri itu ada kebijakan sendiri juga cost-nya. And that's very diverse from one campus, from one program to other programs. Kemudian living cost-nya juga lumayan. Nanti tergantung kotanya teman-teman di mana. From big cities like LA, San Francisco, New York, to remote area like my city, Tucson, Arizona. Tucson is part of one of the remotest town. One of the most remote town in the US. Jadi itu agak beda, biaya hidupnya beda itu. Kemudian biaya yang teman-teman perlu lihat if you want to go there, if you want to study in the US, tuition and academic related cost, like jelas ini semesteran, kemudian kayak mungkin practicum, field trip and other things. You need to consider it to your decision, and books, of course. The books, some of professors ask you to buy their books or some suggested books, and you have to do that. If not, it's hard to get high mark for your courses. Kemudian housing Housing itu ada yang mereka waternya bayar sendiri, ada electricity-nya juga bayar sendiri, internet. Ada juga deposit di awal, biasanya 1 month of the amount of the rent. Jadi di awal teman-teman bayar deposit 1 kali atau sebulan. Kemudian insurance, jangan lupa a lot of houses, a lot of like studios or apartment ask you to pay for insurance. Housing utilities, because some of them are unfurnished, jadi di awal nggak ada apa-apanya, teman-teman harus beli sendiri. Transport, if you don't have car, so you have to do it. Or if you don't have any bicycle, and be careful because the safety of your bicycle is not guaranteed there. A lot of thief there, they'll steal your bike, they'll steal your car even, and even they can break into your house and steal everything from your house. Medical insurance, kalau nggak di sana, kalau nggak punya medical insurance, bisa jadi teman-teman untuk cuman operasi gigi aja atau bersihin karang gigi itu bisa jadi costnya $1.000 lebih. It's like, you know, more than 20 million rupiah if you don't have any medical insurance. Food, jadi kalau food itu, kalau teman-teman beli bahan agak murah, like in Indonesia, for example, rice in the US, di Walmart, saya pernah beli rice di sana, saya kemudian compare harga di sini per kilogram hanya 11.000 rupiah. Tapi kalau teman-teman beli di luar, jadi sekali makan like 10-15 bucks kayak gitu. Cukup lumayan kalau mau makan terus di luar. Entertainment, travel, mau nggak mau, teman-teman nggak mungkin cuma di apartment, cuma stay in apartment whole day long, whole month, whole year. Like it's very impossible. I think you need it. Clothes, daily needs, maintaining friends and relationships, ini penting juga. Oke, ada baiknya, karena saya tinggal di daerah pinggiran, dengan population of poor people, of homeless, is quite high there, populationnya. Jadi mereka kayak nawarin free food, jadi kayak bahan-bahan makanan gratis, kadang apa itu, ada susu, ada telur, ada roti, ada campur-campur di situ, kadang buah juga. Jadi saya bertahan hidup juga dari situ juga. Jadi dengan adanya ini saya belanja ke grocery store cuma sebulan sekali atau 2 bulan sekali, karena sering dapat kayak ini dari campus pantry, and that's free. Anybody can come, anybody in it can come, and they can pick anything from 1 to 5 points. Jadi mereka pakai sistem points. Item itu punya apa ya? Items punya nilainya poin sendiri, jadi bisa ambil sampai 5 items, 5 points maksudnya. Ada yang 1 item setengah poin, ada yang 2 poin, beda-beda. Tadi sebenarnya ini yang main section sih sebenarnya. Tadi kenapa kuliah di Arizona, Universitas Arizona. To be honest, at the first I didn't intend to come to this school, to go to this school. At the time I really wanted to go to Netherlands, to Utrecht University. Ada di Belanda, Utrecht. Tapi karena biasa ada rumor kalau LPDP itu mau ngurangin kuota ke Belanda, ke KAUST sama ke UK. Jadi profesor saya yang di kampus, Pak Dekan, meminta saya untuk pindah kampus, and within last minute, I decided to take this program. Walaupun tanpa persiapan, nggak tahu US itu seperti apa, nggak tahu Arizona seperti apa, tapi saya submit karena judulnya apa itu, nama programnya menarik, Water, Society and Policy, and this part of my study, and I really wanted to go to this like something related to people, something related to policy, and something related to water or environment. And I got it. I got the this name in the internet, and I submitted the application for LPDP to this university, University of Arizona, in this program, School of Natural Resources, in the master's program called Water, Society and Policy. Kemudian syarat untuk kampus, ini syaratnya sebenarnya nggak banyak kayak gitu. Daftar kampus itu gampang sebenarnya, graduate program itu gampang banget. Yang sulit itu adalah pertama, kalau untuk orang Indo adalah scholarship-nya, funding-nya, itu yang sulit. Keduanya adalah English. Kalau orang buat Indonesia, buat Indonesian people, itu 2 hal yang paling sulit. Kalau daftar kampus gampang banget sebenarnya. mereka nggak butuh IPK, nggak butuh apa lagi, tes, mungkin GRE, kadang di US ada GRE yang lebih menantang juga. Kemudian ada GMAT sebagian di kampus, tapi di kampus saya untungnya 2018 ketika saya daftar itu GRE jadi optional. Padahal tahun 2017 ketika saya daftar LPDB, dan saya had no idea about School of Natural Resources, about University of Arizona. At the time, GRE was still required. Jadi pasti masih dibutuhkan 2017 pas saya daftar LPDB, tahunnya pas 2018 jadi optional. Jadi saya nggak ambil GRE. Nggak tahu jalan yang tidak nyana-nyana. Kemudian ini gampang Pak syaratnya. A letter of intent like motivation letter, summary of coursework. Jadi kayak semacam apa ya? Kayak transcript, mirip kayak transcript. Tapi ini bisa diganti dengan ini official transcript juga. Kemudian minimum of 2 letters of recommendation. Ini sangat gampang. Kemudian ini GRE is no longer required for admission in my program, but actually there is some other requirements here. English, especially English language test score. Jadi ini yang paling menarik buat Indonesian students. Okay, then about scholarship opportunities. For Indonesian, mostly Indonesian students, if they want to go to the US or United States, they try to apply for a BDP or for Fulbright scholarship. But then not all people are accepted in this program, in this scholarship. So you have to struggle more. You have to do some little thing more. Ini mungkin setelah ini, nah. Ini buat kawan-kawan sebenarnya yang mungkin ini yang kurang banyak tahu ya. Yang di awal tadi sangat mainstream, cuma beberapa kawan-kawan mungkin nggak tahu terkait ini. Pertama, parental foundation. Jadi kayak yayasan orang tua, mungkin orang tuanya kaya gitu kan. Tinggal metik dari pohon, nah, daftar aja lah ini nggak apa-apa. Parental foundation. Jadi di sana juga banyak. I know a lot of Indonesians that are funded by their parents. They go to US, they go to Europe, and the one that pays for their tuition fee, for their cost, for anything is their parents. That's cool, right? If your parents is wealthy enough for it. Kemudian graduate assistant ini buat Indonesia jarang banget yang tahu. Jadi di sana itu misal teman-teman mau apply for graduate school especially. Untuk S2, S3 teman-teman bisa kontak profesornya apakah mereka buka lowongan graduate assistant. If they open it, try to apply, but then the requirement is quite high, quite difficult for Indonesian to achieve. Like English proficiency is must. Kemudian apa lagi, harus inline juga dengan programnya, harus dekat dengan profesor, dan sering ada ujian juga untuk ini. So you have to be ready for this. Kemudian TA, teaching assistant, like in Indonesia, maybe kawan-kawan pernah jadi TA juga, tapi di Indonesia bisa jadi nggak terlalu tinggi, stipennya atau uang sakunya gitu kan. But in the US you can live from this and you can pay for your tuition fee. You can even pay for your family. My friends, one of them is teaching assistant, and he gets like $1,500 bucks. Outside the tuition fee, free tuition fee. Jadi tuition fee udah free dan dia masih dapat $1,500 untuk stipennya. Itu cukup untuk hidup, untuk apalagi kalau misalnya punya keluarga, insya Allah cukup kalau mepet. RA juga research assistant. Ini ada juga lagi. Yang ini juga, ini ada kawan-kawan juga, pernah saya dengar ada kawan saya juga keterima beasiswa lewat organization based scholarship. Jadi mereka biasanya ikut organisasi keagamaan atau dari mungkin LSM, NGO atau apa, kemudian mereka dapat beasiswa kayak gitu. And that's a lot also. Bisa jadi kawan-kawan yang bekerja dari company based scholarship, job based scholarship. Kemudian ada lagi university scholarship, but mostly partial. You have to be active. You have to contact the admission program, admission office. You have to contact them, ask about the funding opportunities. Try to Try to be active if you want to go there, if you want to achieve your dream, be active. Kemudian, ini saya lupa ini apa tadi. Oke, ini sorry mungkin ini kebalik tadi apa itu slide-nya. Ini terkait dengan racism and exclusion based on gender, religion, nationality, etc. Jadi di sana itu sebenarnya di academic settings di kampus-kampus sekolah ini sudah diatur banget ketika ada yang langgar, ada yang violating this rule, mereka bisa jadi di DO. Kemarin di kampus saya sempat awal tahun kemarin ada yang DO karena kayak racist, perbuatan yang bau-bau racism, kemudian dia di DO gitu. Oh, ini juga kaitannya dengan kegiatan international students. We have our program, our union, like there's gathering for international students, and there are a lot of friends also in international students. Come there and you'll find that you're not only you're not only yourself there, you're not alone, you have a lot of friends there. Just mingle with them, try to engage, try to be friendly with them, and you'll find a lot of friends there. Kemudian aktif juga kawan-kawan. Nah ini saya pas bantu kemarin Idul Adha kalau nggak salah tahun kemarin. Idul Adha di tempat saya Tucson. Kemudian saya gabung Toastmasters juga. Mungkin kawan-kawan tahu Toastmasters. But maybe Indonesia they use Indonesian language. I don't know about that. But of course in the US we use English for the language in our team, our group. This one Toastmasters. Kemudian if possible also try to work. Sebenarnya dari LPDP nggak boleh, cuman kemarin dengan ada banyak pertimbangan saya izin ke LPDP dan akhirnya saya diperbolehkan. Maybe this is a special case because I can't go home, I couldn't go home at the time, and the only thing to do for me because that was my first semester, and after first semester I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to go back to Indonesia also, and that's the only opportunity for me, working in campus, and that's it. I did it. And I got a lot of experiences on this. Also, if possible, take internship opportunities. Jadi kemarin saya setahun di US itu saya magang di organisasi namanya Watershed Management Group, and a lot of my friends, from students to adults to parents like this, elderly even, they come to join. They work together to support our environment, to support green water infrastructure, green stormwater infrastructure in Tucson, because Tucson is desert, and we're trying to enrich the life in Tucson with rainwater, and we're trying to bring the life in Tucson, strive again to give benefits to people there. Kemudian saya juga ini bantu-bantu di pemakaman. Saya ikut gali ini di cemetery volunteer. Jadi kita dengan komunitas di sana, komunitas muslim, jadi ada kuburan khusus muslim, jadi kita bantu-bantu juga bersihin kuburan kayak gitu. Kayak di Indonesia kayak nyadran mungkin kalau di Jawa. Oke. Ini juga saya ikut bantu di sekolah, bantu-bantu kawan-kawan di WMG kayak gitu. And also this the last part for American session. Jadi kita bisa juga presenting Indonesian culture. Ini pencitraan doang sih sebenarnya. Okay, next session about English proficiency. And the question is, hacking English proficiency, is it possible? To be honest, the answer is no. If you want me to give you tips or tricks to hack IELTS, to hack TOEFL, IB, to hack TOEFL, ITP, I don't want to do that because I don't know about it. There is no shortcut, there is no simple answer, there's no short answer for this. You have to struggle, you have to learn deeply, you have to understand grammar, you have to understand writing, you have to understand speaking, you have to practice a lot, you have to listen a lot, you have to read a lot, anything. Okay, there is no simple answer for this. There is no hacking method. If there is somebody offering you hacking methods of IELTS, of TOEFL IBT, of TOEFL ITP, don't believe it. Don't believe in them because maybe they don't know about the truth. I was learning IELTS for like 2 years. I was learning TOEFL from 456 to 570. It took like 10 months for that. And I learned that from early in the morning at 5 just after dawn prayer until 8 at night. And sometimes until 10, I did it by myself. I did it independently in Paris. I did it for 10 months. And there are a lot of people also in Paris, my folks at the time, they failed even to get 500 after 10 months. They still failed to get 500. And only 2 people from my batch, from my scholarship group, that could pass 500, 550. Jadi jangan percaya kalau ada orang yang ngomong bahwa English itu, IELTS itu bisa ada tips and triknya dan lain sebagainya. That's impossible. Jawabannya itu. Kalau mau pergi silahkan, tapi kalau enggak saya mau lanjutkan. Oke. English proficiency. Semua kampus, terutama yang delivery-nya, kayak class delivery-nya English, and if you are not native in English, you are asked to submit like certificate or proof that you are able to speak, you are able to write, you are able to listen, you are able to read, and they have minimum score. Hampir semua kampus kayak gitu, okay? Dan ini sangat penting for Indonesian people. And then tadi walaupun sebenarnya dikhususkan untuk IELTS, tapi saya tambahkan ITP, TOEFL, IBT, IELTS, dan juga yang lain. IELTS primarily used for all universities around the globe, around the world. Jadi kayak kampus manapun biasanya kayak gini. Cuman TOEFL ITP dulu ya, yang ITP biasanya ini cuma untuk Indonesia sama Southeast Asian countries or Asian countries. Sebagian masih nerima, but in the US they don't accept TOEFL ITP anymore. They accept it, but you have to take it there. You have to take it there, take the exam there in the US if you want to use ITP TOEFL. But then if you try to take your test here, you'll ask to submit TOEFL IBT or IELTS certificate there. Okay. Dan ini apa ya, bayarnya pertama lumayan mahal. Kawan saya sempat kemarin dia di, saya lupa dia kampusnya mana. Dia di Cornell University. Dia di MBA program. Bahkan TOEFL IBT-nya dia untuk submit ke programnya itu dia sampai tes 4 kali kalau nggak salah. GRE-nya sekitar 5 kali atau sekali itulah, saya agak terbalik. Sampai segitunya untuk ambil kayak gitu. If you are not rich, you have to be careful with this, because if not, if you're taking test too many, you're only wasting your money. Ya itu. Kemudian TOEFL IBT is the only internationally accepted TOEFL. Yang IBT, tapi kalau ITP hanya sebagian country, especially in Southeast Asia. Okay, kemudian IELTS. IELTS is the most widely accepted and most universally accepted English proficiency test on earth. Jadi saya sarankan lebih baik ambil ini. Lebih baik ambil IELTS karena dia bisa dipakai dimanapun. Walaupun kalau US biasanya mereka minta lebih tinggi, 7. Mostly 7 or above. Jadi kayak 7.5 in some programs, and you have to pass it. Okay. Referring to for ITP or IBT, jadi ini. Pertama pahami bahwa TOEFL itu yang bikin adalah Amerika. TOEFL itu yang bikin Amerika, dan soalnya mostly buat Amerika. American culture, American history, American heroes, American folk tales about American Legion. Anything about America, try to understand it, try to read a lot of topic about America, about maaf, bisa di-mute. Halo. Oke. Nah, ini salah satu sumber saya untuk belajar American topics. I open the conversation.com/US. Ini teman-teman bisa ambil ini. Dan saya pas tahun 2017 itu tembus untuk TOEFL. Reading section saya itu sampai 600 berapa itu. karena saya coba familiar dengan topik-topik ini dan bahasanya mirip. Jadi ada English American, English British, English Australian, or even English from other countries. They have their own characteristics. Jadi beda-beda antara satu dan lain juga. American English and British English, if you try to notice, you try to dive deeper, you will see the differences among two or among other type of English. Jadi memang beda-beda Englishnya. Sense kebahasaannya pun beda, bahkan punctuation-nya berbeda. Kayak gitu. Kemudian untuk yang listening, CNN, American sitcoms, NBC News, buka YouTube. Jadi sekarang kan sering work from home. Try to listen more, read more about anything about English. Kayak gitu. Make a commitment, how many articles to read and how many minutes to listen English material per day. Ini penting banget kayak gitu. And then the next, about IELTS. IELTS is universal. The topic is universal. The spelling, jadi kayak cara penulisannya juga universal. Bisa English, bisa American, but try to be consistent. If you're trying to write or to answer the question using American English, try to be consistent on it. Stick on it. But then if you're trying to answer it with a British spelling, try to be consistent on it from the beginning until the end. Kemudian ini mau nggak mau mereka melatih baca. Baca itu bukan cuma baca dalam artian cuma tahu meaningnya, tapi juga tahu ini maknanya seperti apa. Kemudian kayak udah kayak kita baca beneran gitu lah. Oke, mungkin ini buat kawan-kawan juga yang tiap hari baca Quran, jangan cuma baca tapi nggak paham. Jadi baca tapi pahami juga. Ini juga English juga kayak gitu, jangan cuma baca tanpa paham tapi coba pahami. Ini alurnya cerita gimana, konteksnya gimana, topiknya gimana. Ini sangat penting. Kemudian, because this universal, try to understand every dialect, every accent, like British accent, American accent, what else? Australian accent, Indonesian accent, Indian accent, Singapore English, Singaporean English. Try to understand all of them. Because there is no guarantee that English is only IELTS is only about British. No, but there are a lot of dialects, a lot of accents that you'll find in IELTS test. Kalau ada orang yang ngomong bahwa kalau kita pengen IELTS tinggi harus British accent, no, that's totally wrong. Don't believe it. Okay. Then next, preparing writing. Untuk writing, nah. Saya sering ngoreksi juga ya yang proofread, bahkan yang Indonesian itu pun sering untuk Indonesian tulisannya pun masih kacau, apalagi kalau harus English. Konteks kebahasaan kayak masalah harus urut, harus nyambung satu dengan sama lain, harus kohesif, harus apalagi argumentasinya urut, polanya jelas, itu pun bisa jadi di bahasa belum pada bisa. Apalagi nanti harus ke English. Jadi teman-teman harus belajar itu juga. Mau nggak mau, you have to read a lot. Sentence pattern, kemudian cara listening, explaining, arguing, dan many things. Gimana caranya? Ya, teman-teman harus paham. And this good method also for me. Try to rewrite or retype anything you've read. Jadi ketika teman-teman baca artikel, jangan coba hanya memahami doang, tapi kalau bisa coba ditulis ulang. Jadi biar tahu nanti spellingnya gimana. Oh ini toh style nulis tuh kayak gini toh. Itu harus tahu. Okay. Punctuation is a must. Also understanding of punctuation is a must. Jadi mau nggak mau, punctuation harus. Grammar understanding is a must also. If some people say you don't need to master grammar, that's wrong. That's totally wrong. You have to understand it. You have to know it. You have to know how to use grammar. Because if not, I believe your mark in IELTS or mark in TOEFL is only very low. Try to heighten your mark by using variation of grammar, variation of vocabularies, variation of style in writing. Jadi itu gunakan. Try to use simple component complex sentence in your in your writing. Be considerate with English spelling. Jadi kayak di American, British, be logic and think in order. Jadi arguingnya harus dapat juga kayak gitu. Jangan hanya ini nggak jelas loh antara, kadang saya nemukan Anda tulisan, apakah tulisannya ini mau memberikan alasan atau memberikan bantahan atau memberikan informasi berita, itu nggak jelas. Tapi teman-teman mau nggak mau harus bisa ini gitu. And understand pattern, be able to classify or to group data, especially for writing IELTS part 1. You have to know about data, about grouping data, about understanding pattern. Jadi teman-teman harus bisa narik garis besar, and you have to classify it, and then try to make sentences, try to make explanation to explain the data or the graph or the table or the figure and many things else in IELTS part 1. Okay, preparing speaking. There's no option, then listening a lot and speaking a lot. If you want to speak a lot, if you want to speak fluently, you have to listen a lot. You have to listen a lot of natural form, a lot of accents in English. Try to do it and try to find your partner to practice speaking. If there's no partners, there's no practice, it's impossible to get high mark on IELTS and TOEFL. Apalagi, enrich your vocabularies, vary your vocabularies. Mau nggak mau, teman-teman harus punya vocab banyak. If you only use very common words, you're not gonna be able to get high mark on both TOEFL and IELTS. Be confident. Kemudian juga teman-teman coba apa itu namanya? Expressive. Try to use your gestures, your hand, your face. Try to use your mimic. Try to be active. Be expressive. Because language is also about communicating, about delivering some message, and by doing like moving your hand or using your eyes, see directly to the interviewer, it will give you power to show your ability in speaking. Okay, next steps. Penting banget dipahami. Pertama, you have to know your ability in English. Current ability in English. Once you know it, you have to plan what step to do next, what step to improve, what step to get your weaknesses done, weaknesses fixed. Try to understand you. What level of English is you right now? Try to understand it and try to map your potential, the resources that you have. Anything can support you, but you have to know how to do it. Jadi kayak gitu. Ini perlunya mentor kadang kayak ini. If you need a mentor, if you have a mentor, they can show you what to do, what material that you need to collect, how to improve it. They'll show you the way. Kemudian allocate enough time for English. Karena saya sempat di Paris ngajar beberapa bulan juga. Di sana ada yang awalnya TOEFL-nya masih 400-an bawah, tapi dia target TOEFL 550, and mereka hanya punya waktu sekitar 2 minggu atau sebulan. Saya hanya bilang, gak usah kesini mas, pulang aja. Ini karena nggak mungkin, jadi 400-an bawah langsung 550 ke atas dalam waktu sebulan itu nggak mungkin. That's impossible. Try to allocate enough time for you to learn English, and allocate money also. And you know English is quite expensive, but if you follow me, like my suggestion, you can do it more cheaply than going to courses or just wasting your money and wasting your time. Kemudian consistent and focus. Find a sporty environment. If you need to move, try to move. If you're inspiring, if not sportive enough, try to find other environments that can support you. Kemudian apa lagi? Take periodical test. Jadi mau nggak mau kawan-kawan harus tahu juga progresnya seperti apa setelah belajar kayak gini dengan metode kayak gini seperti apa. Teman-teman harus cek juga. Dan there are a lot of free tests. Just go to internet, open your browser, and try to type English test. There are a lot of rendition and a lot of softwares also to do that. Just be active for it. Don't be lazy. Kemudian be diligent, of course. You have to be diligent. Don't be lazy, because There are a lot of opportunities for you right now because you have gadget, you have the main. Jadi kayak punya cara-cara or apa ya, you have the means, the gadget to do it, to support you. Kemudian take English training if needed only. Jadi ambil kalau hanya dibutuhkan. English courses kalau dibutuhkan baru ambil. But before taking English training, waduh. Okay, sorry, speaker video saya mati. Okay, before taking English training, ini saran saya, jangan ambil hanya untuk reading dan listening, because you waste your money and you waste your time. For listening and reading session, do it by yourself. There are a lot of opportunities for this. Take only for speaking and writing, also for grammar, because you need guidance for this. Okay, ambil itu hanya untuk yang speaking, writing, and grammar. For the reading and listening, don't do it in English courses. You can do it by yourself. Okay. Kemudian sebelumnya juga tanya-tanya nih terkait apa ya pendapat orang. Oh, course yang ini gimana dibandingkan dengan course yang ini? Jadi coba bandingin dulu terkait harga juga, waktu juga, siapa tutornya juga, itu perlu juga kawan-kawan bandingin. Because your money is worth. Try to spending worthily also. Kemudian next about, oh ini udah tadi. Ini take English training only for this purpose. Don't do it for listening and reading, because you can do it by yourself. Also try to find supportive environment if that's needed for you. The last, be realistic and keep making progress. Jadi pahami dulu kawan-kawan seperti apa. Coba ini proyeksi ke depan butuhnya seperti apa, butuh berapa bulan, bahkan berapa tahun, harus realistis. Kalau enggak, ya ntar malah tahunnya stres sendiri kayak gitu. And that's all maybe. Thank you, matur nuwun, good luck, bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you, Mas. Hey, by the way, I just want to make sure. Where are you now, by the way?
What's it? Make sure about what?
Gimana, Mas?
Oh, you want to make sure something, you say?
Yeah, I mean, your location right now, where it is?
Oh, I'm in Jakarta right now, in Central Jakarta.
Oh, it's
and I'm working, I'm working as an intern in Bappenas. Badan Perencanaan Pembangunan Nasional. I already come back home in March.
Okay.
And I'm still in the middle of my study. I haven't finished it.
Buat rekan-rekan, sekali lagi saya informasikan, jika ada pertanyaan bisa langsung diketik di chat, di kolom chat for everyone, bisa diketik di sana, atau dengan menggunakan icon raise hand. Kita akan pilih secara random buat partisipan untuk menyampaikan pertanyaannya. Oke, mungkin bisa kita mulai dulu dari kolom chat ya Mas ya, akan saya bacakan dahulu. Pertanyaan yang pertama itu dari Florianus 9. Okay, Mas. So let me read for you. My name is Florianus 9 from East Nusa Tenggara. My question is how the procedure register in Fulbright, and maybe the resourcer and share to us to register and dapat diterima. Oh, okay. So the point is basically is how to register Fulbright. Okay. And the second one is apakah bisa mendaftar pada Fulbright sebagai peneliti. Oke, Mas, itu pertanyaan yang pertama. Terus yang kedua adalah dari Nomi. Oke, dari Nomi. Pertanyaannya, untuk speaking IELTS, biasanya poin yang mereka nilai dari sisi mana? Apakah vocabulary, length, etc. Karena saya cukup lemah di sana. Dan apakah ada website yang biasanya Mas Ari gunakan untuk berlatih? Oke, mungkin dua pertanyaan itu bisa dijawab dulu, Mas.
Saya sebentar ini saya okay, wait, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find my like the view of me of the speakers in this meeting. I don't know how to do it, like the setting.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay, we are waiting for you.
Oh yeah, sorry for this. Because it's new for me. I used to use Zoom meeting, not this one. Go to meeting something.
Me too, by the
I
way.
don't know.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry for this. But that's fine. I couldn't find it. Okay, about Fulbright.
Yes.
So sorry to be honest for technical thing. You can refer to the website, try to be diligent, try to open it, try to be active. I'm not Fulbright worthy, and I'm not sure how to do that. I don't really know how to apply for it, but I believe the application is quite the same the same as other scholarship. Just try to open the website, try to know to read more instruction, and I believe you can find it. There are a lot of information, bunch of information on the internet. Try just to be active. Kemudian setelah tadi apa cara apa itu daftarnya apa lagi?
Apa bisa sebagai peneliti?
Aduh. Saya kurang tahu sebenarnya untuk Fulbright because I'll be the already and I don't really know about Fulbright. But if you need somebody that is worthy of the scholarship, I'll give you his contact. He's my close friend in the US, and if you want to ask him something, just you can ask directly to him. Just let me know or contact me, and I'll connect you with him. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then about IELTS.
Yes.
Okay. Speaking session, right?
Yeah. So what aspect that is assessed?
Okay, cool. Wait. This one. I'll share my screen.
Okay. I cannot see your screen.
Can you see it? So in IELTS there is three sessions, 3 parts. Part 1, part 2, part 3, and in part 1 there's only some small or short question, and in part 2 there are some question, longer session, like longer question about longer thing. Oh, sorry, this cue card. You will be given cue card, and you'll be given 1 minute to understand the cue card, and you'll be given 2 until 3 minutes to explain about the question. And part 3, I think it's like the explanation part. You are asked to explain something, to compare something, to give your opinions and prediction sometimes, based on the question that you'll get on the test. Jadi yang perlu yang di assess jelas vocab. Saya mencoba menemukan karena saya udah lama nggak ngajar IELTS. Sejak saya di sana saya fokus study. Ada speaking jelas, cohesion, coherence itu jelas juga. Kemudian grammar itu juga, jadi kayak gimana penggunaan grammar terkait tensesnya, terkait kompleksitasnya, terkait diversity-nya seperti apa, itu dilihat juga. Apalagi banyak kok informasinya, nanti kayak nyari-nyari kayak gini aja maksudnya banyak. Atau coba lagi nih, nyari lagi assessment point. Jadi saya biasa kayak gini, makanya IELTS speaking. Nih, udah ketemu. Fluency and coherence. Lexical resources, jadi fluency-nya jelas. Kemudian lexical resources ini penggunaan vocabnya. jelas bukan yang slang words, malah hindari penggunaan slang words, tapi jangan terlalu formal, tapi jangan yang informal juga, like in between formal and informal. Kemudian grammatical range and accuracy, penggunaan grammarnya apa, dan juga kata pacarnya seperti apa, and pronunciation, mau nggak mau pronunciation harus kayak gitu. But pronunciation is not about accent, because accent is like embedded when you are born. When you're born, you get it from your parents or mom especially. And accent dialect is not something that can be moved, that can be thrown away from you, but you have to only pronounce it well, pronounce it correctly. Okay, ini poin-poinnya seperti itu for IELTS speaking. Kayak gitu. Ntar lebih banyaknya you can find it in the internet, try to open it, and I believe there are plenty of information, lot of information in the internet. Okay, like me, I suggest you don't be lazy. Try to open, try to do it by yourself. For reading, for requirements, for information, for technical information, you can do it by yourself. Don't rely on other people, and don't blame if you don't have any information, if you don't get any information, because you are not diligent enough. Okay.
Oke, sudah cukup, Mas? Is that enough?
Okay.
Okay, so we can go to the next question. Yes?
Okay, yeah.
I cannot hear Mas Rifan.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay then. Okay, let's go to the next question. Selanjutnya adalah dari Bapak King Sur. Oke, Bapak King Sur. Saya bacakan. Berapa waktu standar yang dibutuhkan untuk menaikkan satu nilai overall untuk tes IELTS? Oke, itu pertanyaan yang ketiga. Selanjutnya adalah dari Mas Syihab. Kalau mau belajar writing dan speaking di Pare, lembaga apa yang direkomendasikan? Bagaimana cara mendapat feedback writing di luar lembaga kursus? Oke, bisa ditangkap Mas pertanyaannya?
Okay, the first question about adding 1 point overall in IELTS.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a hard question to be honest. Like for different person, they have their own time. Like they have different time also for the time requirement. Tapi ini mungkin Mas Joko yang lebih paham, karena Mas Joko lebih ke teknik. Ya kan, karena emang dunianya di sini, jadi dunia saya di geografi sebenarnya. Oke, jadi mungkin nanti untuk yang time-nya, yang secara teori seberapa, I think you know it more than me. But mostly for general people, for average, it's like 6 months maybe to add 1 more point overall. Bahkan gini, saya punya cerita. Ada teman saya, S1-nya itu bahasa Inggris, sudah menjadi guru bahasa Inggris bertahun-tahun, bahkan sudah menjadi PNS, guru dalam bahasa Inggris, pengajaran bahasa Inggris, sudah menjadi tutor IELTS, sudah ngajar English informal, berarti kayak di luar kampus itu bertahun-tahun juga, dapat pengayaan bahasa dari LPDP, IELTS itu 3 bulan. Dan kemudian overall ataupun syarat untuk daftar kampus, dia kemudian setelah tes nggak dapat itu. Itu berarti udah kayak berapa ya? Bisa jadi 10 tahun. Karena udah cukup lama. Bahkan jadi PNS ngajar itu udah cukup lama juga kayak gitu. Itu pun masih belum cukup untuk requirements daftar kampus. Padahal overall kalau kampus cuma 6.5. No point below 6, jadi ada yang point di bawah 6, tapi beliau itu nggak dapat juga. And this case happen many times, happen very frequently, kayak gitu. Jadi nggak bisa memastikan, maybe from 3 months until years. Jadi itu range-nya. Kalau untuk secara teorinya, Mas Joko lebih paham, kayak gitu. And then the second question, Mas Joko, apa tadi? Oh, Pare. English course in Pare. I can't answer it because at the time I was only learning in one institution, one IELTS, one English course named Global English. Jadi saya selama 10 bulan itu cuma di situ. Karena saya dapat beasiswa dari Pare. I got scholarship from Global English. The scholarship is called Teaching Clinic. Jadi ini kayak training 10 months to become English teacher, become English tutor. I got this opportunity to study there, and I don't know about other courses, even though there are hundreds of English courses in Paris. But I can't suggest you anything because I don't know about them at all. I just know about Global English, and for me, Global English is quite good, and this thing that I can suggest you. Also, the last question is about what?
Tentang lembaga yang dipilih, Mas. Lembaga di Pare yang paling bagus menurut Mas.
Oh,
dan
tadi ada
mendapat feedback writing di luar lembaga kursus.
Oh, ada sih kayak beberapa kawan saya juga yang membuka semacam private course. Jadi kita cuma submit writing kita aja. Nanti dikasih feedback, nanti kurangnya apa, perlu digimanain kayak gitu, ada juga teman saya kayak gitu. Oke, jadi ya karena gini, sebenarnya nggak banyak sih, walaupun ada, cuman nggak banyak yang mau kayak gitu ya. Rata-rata mereka pengennya kalau feedback itu one-on-one, ketemu langsung, pengennya kayak gitu. Saya pun sebenarnya kemarin sempat buka yang kayak gitu feedback kayak tapi online gitu kan, cuman saya wah kok ribet ya. Kayak gitu karena writing agak kurang menarik kalau nggak one-on-one, nggak ketemu langsung. Tapi ada sih beberapa kawan saya juga. Malah taunya, saya baru tahu satu ada teman saya buka kayak gitu. Jasa feedback writing IELTS. Part 1 and part 2 also essays. Tapi nggak banyak sih yang mau buka kayak gitu. Coba aja cari, mungkin masa punya koneksi kayak gitu kan. Siapa tahu.
Oke, mungkin ke pertanyaan terakhir ya Mas ya. Ini ada dari Mas Deardo Purba. Ya, ini mungkin tombak ya. Oke, ini pertanyaan terakhir ya Mas. Untuk program doktoral, salah satu syarat LPDP adalah memperoleh LOA unconditional. Bisa diinformasikan tips dan syarat untuk memperoleh LOA unconditional dari university di US, Mas? Bisa ditangkap pertanyaannya, Mas?
Okay, cool. Again, you have to refer to your intended program. Jadi coba buka admission website-nya. Situ lihat requirements-nya apa aja. Dan tadi kayak dua di awal yang saya mention tadi, syarat paling sulit buat Indonesia itu adalah English proficiency. And the second thing is about funding. Kayak gitu. Cuman kalau misal fundingnya dapat, misal untuk LPDP, target fundingnya LPDP, berarti syaratnya tinggal satu, English proficiency. But in the US case, you have to know that some universities ask you to submit also GRE score, GRE certificate. And for it, the preparation is more than preparing IBT or preparing IELTS. You have to learn more, struggle more for this. And yeah, only two things right now. If you want to apply in the US, because you mentioned about the US, the application, the homework, the task for you is only two. The first is your English or IELTS or IBT, and the second is your GRE. If your program asks you to submit GRE. Okay. And for funding, there's of course LPDP. Other requirements are easy to do, to complete. Like only, study plan maybe in some cases, or in some other cases you're asked to submit about your motivation letter. That's quite easy also. What else? Like motivation letter, recommendation, and recommendation. I believe you have a lot of people that can recommend you for the admission, and that's easy. Just make sure that you already you've had your English certificate and your GRE. If that's needed. That's all. Kalau udah kayak gitu nanti mau dapat unconditional itu gampang. Kalau syaratnya udah dapat. Kecuali kalau mau kampus-kampus yang apa itu top dunia, apa itu namanya. Saya lupa termnya untuk itu. Yang kayak Yale University kayak itu yang ada masuk kampus elit dunia gitu kan. Itu untuk kayak gitu pertama CV-nya CV jelas, CV harus bagus, like your research experiences, your publications, or what else? A lot. The CV will show about you on you personally completely. And the second, beside the CV, you have to also make your motivation letter different from other people. If you only make it like common people, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna be accepted. Kalau kampus-kampus elit, cuman kalau kampus-kampus yang not that elite like University of Arizona, you can do it quite easily because they're trying to find students. And if you want to apply in the UK, your opportunity to be accepted is greater because they are seeking for students, especially from Asia and Africa. Again, because Brexit, because COVID also, not all people want to go to PhD, to master even, to master degree, because they prefer to do it not for, they want to take the experience not for academic experiences, but they want to do, they want to take something else. They want to do something else. They want to make business because, you know, for some people, for most people, going to PhD is not an option. But if that's your option, I think that's quite easy. If in UK, if in the US and in the high rank universities, you need to do something more.
Oke, Mas. Sudah cukup pertanyaan dari participants. Sekarang pertanyaan dari saya sih.
Oh, emang dijawab dulu Mas tadi. Dijawab dulu yang apa tadi yang.
That's my question. And the second one is, what do you miss in Arizona?
Mas Joko, sorry. Could you explain also about the previous question about the time frame to improve the IELTS score? Only 1 point based on theory. Halo Mas Joko.
Ya, halo. Gimana Mas?
Mas Joko, could you explain about the previous question that I didn't know the answer? Like how to improve 1 point in IELTS?
Oke. Jawabannya seperti sama yang Mas sampaikan tadi. Itu pasti berbeda-beda ya, tergantung dari komitmen kita. Kalau karena semuanya kembali ke kita masing-masing. Ada yang teman saya, dia sangat new learner. He's a new learner of English. Okay, just needs like 3 to 5 months, okay, to get that score. Tapi ada juga yang dia sudah pinter ya secara bahasa Inggrisnya, tapi karena ketidakseriusannya dalam berlatih IELTS, ya skornya masih segitu-segitu aja, Mas. Oke, jadi itu tergantung dari kita masing-masing, komitmennya bagaimana. Kalau yang generally ya 6 months itu seharusnya sudah bisa. Yang penting komitmennya itu jangan belajarnya itu ditunda-tunda. Sekarang belajar, besok tidak. Itu kan berarti kan ada di diri masing-masing ya, Mas ya. Itu sih yang mungkin bisa saya tambahin.
Okay, 6 months with supervision or not? Or 6 months independently or not? With guidance or not? Halo, Mas Joko?
Iya, gimana Mas?
You mentioned about 6 months. Is that with guidance, with supervision, or dependent?
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Oke, jadi tadi mendapat pertanyaan sebelumnya. Without?
Okay. I asked two questions
Okay, yeah.
for you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the first question is, when will you go back to US?
Okay. That's
And
the
the
first.
second
The
one
second.
is, what do you miss from US?
What? Sorry. Could you repeat the second question?
Oh, the second question. So, what do you miss from US?
Oh. Okay, cool. The first question about going back to US, I think within this time, like current time in this year, probably I don't go there. I don't go back to the US because I can finish my program from here. I already say goodbye to my professor. I already say thank you, say sorry for them, and maybe I can't go there, during the pandemic especially, because there is no option, there is no opportunity for me to go there, there is no need also for me to go there, and I can present my final project from here, from Indonesia, through Zoom meeting, and they will accept it. Okay, and that's the first question. The second question is about the missing something that I miss from the US. I don't know. I don't know how to say this. It's because my fiance is here. My fiance is here, and she's waiting for me. Maybe if, I'll say that missing is weather, especially in Arizona, because we have range, like a big range of temperature from -2 to +40 in Celsius, -2 to +42 Celsius in the year. That's very crazy. And in Indonesia, the weather is so hot, very humid, and I can't stand with this. Every night, almost every night, I sleep without clothes. Because very, very humid, very hot here, and maybe the weather. Also, one more thing about the
What about that?
Grand Canyon. That's quite far, actually, like 5 hours from my house, from my town. And one more thing about the togetherness of Indonesian people, togetherness of Muslim over there, togetherness of Indonesian people.
Yeah.
Even though Indonesian, we are from different cities, different region, but the togetherness, the unity of our community is very strong, and I miss it. We have a lot of parties, a lot of gathering, a lot of foods, and this thing.
Yeah.
I don't know here. I can't find my family here, but over there I find a lot of families, and this thing that I miss from the US.
That's true. I just remember when I was there,
Uh-huh.
that I really miss my family in Indonesia. But after that, like
Oh.
after 2 weeks, I met a new family, and
Uh-huh.
then we talked a lot, and until I'm still this, and I still talk with them.
Oh,
Oh
cool.
my god.
Yeah. I still keep in touch with them. A lot of friends of mine there, and I miss them a lot.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
were you
Terima
in
kasih,
the
Mas.
WhatsApp program? One question for
Mungkin,
you. Were you in,
okay, you want to give me a question?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Were you in the WhatsApp program or in other programs?
This is called ELSP.
What's
And
that?
then I went there in springtime.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then the name of program in US is AECP,
ECT.
American English and Cultural Program.
Oh, for how long? Like one semester?
Around 2 months, by the way.
Oh, cool. One more thing. I want to explain one more thing about America. Because the life in America is so free. You can do anything you want. You can date anybody you want, from both the same gender or from either the same gender or different gender, and that's crazy. But I don't know. That's life in the US. If you go there, don't bring it to Indonesia. just be an Indonesian person, don't be an American person. Once you become an American person, you go back to Indonesia and you destroy everything, destroy the system in Indonesia, and you'll find a lot of enemies in Indonesia.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, do you agree with me? When you were in US, you will love Indonesia more.
No.
Yeah.
No. No, I don't.
Okay.
I miss only one person from Indonesia.
Oke. Oke dan terima kasih Mas Rifan. Banyak sekali informasi yang kita dapatkan pada malam hari ini. Thank you for participants sudah menyaksikan seminar pada malam hari ini dengan judul Hacking IELTS and Study Abroad. Semoga dapat ilmu yang bermanfaat. Saya sebagai moderator mengucapkan mohon maaf jika banyak salah dan terima kasih for your attention. Sekian dari saya.